Hello everybody, my name's Llama Joe and welcome to my channel. We're back with the letter part 22, I believe, question mark, probably. We're done with Zach and we're on to Marianne, my favorite. I don't know if I read this or not, so I'm gonna read it again. With a shake of my head, I snap out of it and reach out for my phone when it buzzes, nearly falling off my chair in the process. Who else would be on the other line but the very people waiting for me?
Oh, piss. I'm so sorry, Cam. I'm on my way.
That's what I say. Yet I still don't move from my chair, face flushed and heart racing. I can only stare until I can win myself to reply that yes, and I'm accepting the assignment. It takes even more time for me to just close the image, shut down the computer, and leave. Even then, it has already burned its image into my head, no matter how much I wish it would just disappear. It makes me eager for the alcohol and the company. It makes me eager for anything that can help me forget. It's a good thing that the nearest pub is just a hop, skip, and jump away from here. The Galway Shawl, as it is called by those who frequented the place, is the only decent Irish pub in this county. You can pretty much tell that someone is new if they call it by its official name, the Crawl Bar. My home away from home ever since I moved to Luxburn. Well, that is when I'm not cooped up in my condo and working anyway. It is good alcohol, good company, and thank God, St. Cecilia, good music. Crowd favorites like the Bothy Noise, the High Wesleyan Men, and Second Fusion Orchestra are often played. Not to mention the singing. I love singing. Anyone could just break out into a drinking song, and the others in the pub were just wonderful that they'd start singing along. And doing so while intoxicated is the best of ways to go about it. Hey, it's a win-win as long as I don't puke in the middle of the chorus, and as long as I can get home in one piece at the end of the day. And tonight is karaoke night. What better time than to try and sing all my favorite worries away? That's what my intoxicated brain tells me.
The ghost of guilt and sorrow remembers who I am.
Oh, she's actually a really good singer.
In the prison of my heart, I was my only slave.
But drink, that reminds me of home, and the thoughts of home makes me think of her.
But in the depths of my cold soul, I'll leave the burden and despair.
It makes me nauseous. It sickens me that the smallest reminder of her can cause me such grief.
I'll fight for what's worth fighting for. Forget the fear, forget the rest.
Of course, that might just be the booze. Any other day I would have scolded myself for drinking so much.
I lied to the Lord, I lied to myself, I lied to you and everyone I care, until there were no
She's really good at singing.
more lies to tell.
Marianne's choice. But I already have a client, and we'll be having our first little meet and greet in a few days.
Cowardice is easier than being brave, but at last I found the strength I lost to sing my love letter to you.
Also, I'm doing a slight Irish accent. Ironically, I'm mainly Irish, but I'm terrible at accents, so that's why I said slight, because I'm doing enough to notice that there's a little hint of an accent, but not enough to where I'm actually giving it a lot of effort.
'Cause people can lie, but my lone heart beats true.
I want to at least enjoy this night, get over the hangover tomorrow, and return to being a prim and proper professional after all.
That song was for Cam, our lucky bride-to-be. So give her a hand, Galway Shawl.
Oh, this is awesome. Considering the state I'm in, one can excuse my smug grin as cheers and applause rise among the pub's patrons. Because possibly off-key public singing aside, I feel like I'm on top of the world right now, and that's a good reason of any to belt out in front of these strangers. With good drinks and good friends, there's nowhere else I'd rather be tonight. And I forget for a short while.
And that song was brought to you by Marianne McCullough, everyone! A round of applause!
I'm assuming the one in the dress is Cam.
That was so good. You rock, Marianne.
Oh, please stop. You're just saying that.
You know neither of us can hold a tune,
Oh,
Marianne. A toast to our shameless drunk singer. May your drinks forever flow and your notes be ever lovely.
If anyone deserves a toast tonight, that's Cam. Finally sealed the deal after 3 years, eh?
Read 'em and weep, bitches.
Yep, yeah, it definitely is Cam, I was right. Kamala's? Or Camilla? I don't know. Kamala. Kamala's diamond engagement ring gleams as she holds it up for all the world to see. She has reasons to be proud, 3 years of living together, and her boyfriend finally asked her the big question. Obviously, she said yes.
Don't get too attached to that ring or the one after, sweetie. I was wearing a wedding ring not so long ago, and look at where I am. But enough of me being a downer. Cheers to a happy engagement!
Of course, if something like Haruna's divorce would have happened, I'd be there for Cam. Just as Cam had been there for me, acting more like just like my yoga instructor. Can't be happier for my friend right now.
Cheers!
Cheers.
Drunk Marianne is my new favorite thing in this world. Cheers! Well, we both will be there for Cam, won't we? Haruna and I? Haruna. It's been a real bad year for her ever since her divorce. She's such a nice person, even loaning me money to open a studio, and she didn't deserve what her husband had pulled. I'm happy she's smiling again and pigging out like she used to. I think we've all missed our Japanese firecracker. We met in yoga class, something I had joined to keep myself in shape, and well, honestly, so that I could make friends when I had moved to Luxburn. Clearly, it worked like a charm, and it definitely didn't have anything to do with the fact that I brought along my lucky D20 die with me on the first day. No, sir. Marianne. I love you. I love these girls so much.
What about you, Marianne? You're 30 years old and you still haven't got yourself a man.
And you guys know I have a very busy schedule. I don't have time for that.
Oh, come on. That's a lame excuse and you know it. You need a man who'll take care of you and you need it now. Maybe some hunk who'll be your house hubby while you rake in the dough.
I'm quite capable of taking care of myself. Who needs a Mr. Right?
I'll be your mister, right?
Hey, look at me. I'm Marianne McCullough, a lawful neutral cleric with 9 points in wisdom and 8 in charisma, but I can't get myself a date.
Druids and demons? That's so awesome. Not Dungeons and Dragons. That's so... Oh, that's good. I mentioned druids and demons once. Once! They don't even know the rules or understand what the numbers mean. And I certainly am not some sort of holy person. I am a far cry from a miracle worker, and I barely have the willpower to fight off demons, especially my own.
Actually, maybe she isn't looking for a Mr. Right, but a Mrs. Right. Oh, my Marianne, we still love you even if you're in the closet.
That would explain some things. Haruna, you don't have a ring anymore. Maybe you two can be together and I don't have to worry about my best girls being alone.
What are you on about? There's nothing to explain.
But the more I deny, the louder they tease until the other people in the pub start to watch. It doesn't help at all when Haruna drapes her arms over my shoulders and leans in.
Will I be all yours then? Will you be making me feel like a woman?
I know that they're kidding around, but this doesn't make me comfortable in the slightest. So when Kamala notices my silence and Haruna sees the expression on my face, they stop. And when the awkward air settles over us, the rest of the pub goes back to whatever they were doing before the whole thing ever happened. They probably wouldn't even remember it was it when they wake up with a mass of fingers anyway.
Sorry.
Me too.
Hey, no hard feelings, right?
I raise my glass. They smile. We drink. There's no need to say more. We're all definitely far too drunk tonight. Eventually, the fun times end. It is a weekday, after all. Oh, turn it up on the weekday. And with Haruna being a nurse, she still has to get ready for her next shift. Cam also has a loving fiancé waiting for her at home and really didn't have time to make a fuss about having left some buns in the oven when she took off early. Really, I understand. I was the one who insisted, who was determined to get pissed drunk anyway. Moving to the bar I sit. Alone at last. Oh, fuck. Alone with a stranger. I haven't seen him before, obviously not a regular. He hasn't said a word and just sits there, savoring his drink. With his whiskey served neat in one hand and lighter in the other, it doesn't seem like he's noticed me yet, and maybe I should go before he does look my way. Because he was pretty and he was blonde, and those two things plus alcohol never did me any good. I thought too late. Judging by the way his flushed face and the dazzled look in his eyes, he's as pissed drunk as I am. But whereas I feel like kneeling over, he looks like he's still ready to take the catwalk by storm. Really, he just has the air of one of those men who think they own the world.
Hello there, sexy. Please don't stand up on my account. I already like what I see.
Whiskey is his name.
Fancy a drink? It'll be on me.
But then again, I might be pleasantly surprised if he proves me wrong.
Want some between the sheets? Sex on the beach? I'm talking cocktails, of course.
Fat chance. But it doesn't matter, we both know how to play the game. And there are two different ways for the night to end. One thing or another is going to happen. The question is, what do I want to do?
Oh no, that's fine. I'd rather order some blue balls or some AMF if you don't mind.
Got him! Got him! Oh, God. Marianne, you're just the best. He looks like he's about to say something to retort, but stops himself and downs the rest of his whiskey. I order a mint chaloupe, he gets another whiskey, and we start the customary small talk. Of course, the saying, ask me no questions and I'll tell you no lies, goes without saying. We ask nothing about each other, offering up falsehoods to establish a strenuous fake connection between two strangers at a pub, if only to pass the time. Whiskey, as I've come to call him, is supposedly 21 years old, single, takes care of his sick mother, and is a manager of some sort. Manager of what? I didn't care to listen to the details. Meanwhile, Mint, as he has come to call me, is 29, and I'm... What did I say? I was again? Ah, yes. I told him I was the professional chocolate taster, because fuck it. If I'm gonna lie about my job biz, might as well make it fun. It's a pretty decent chat between two pretty drunk strangers. And maybe it's just me, but we might as fucking well expend the tiniest amount of effort in pretending there's something meaningful in between. I think my Irish has turned into English. Like Cockney English. I mean, like I said, I'm really bad at accents, so I apologize. Would have been nice too if he was just left it at that. But during this lull in conversation, he brings it up.
You know, I've never been with a woman taller than me.
And to think he even might have been different from the rest.
Never have and never will, whiskey.
Got him.
Can we go back to the history of chocolates? Did you know that chocolate candy was introduced in 19th century England as a healthier alternative to alcohol?
St. Lucy was the most beautiful woman of her time. She had men come from the four corners of the world just to see the pure light of her exquisite green eyes. If she was so lucky, anyway.
No, enough of the history lesson. Come on, Mint. You know and I know what you came here for.
Though not every suitor was gallant, and she was no fool. She had known that sooner or later she wouldn't be able to defend her chastity.
Come on. There must be something that gets you going.
God, I fucking hate Luke. Like, I've said it once, and I'll say it a million times. He is the biggest douche. So she had taken out a knife and gouged out her own eyes.
There is something, but I don't think you can handle it.
Impressed with the devotion, God restored her eyes and made them more beautiful than before. He has a peculiar sense of humor, hasn't he? You know, you know, just because it's humorous for you guys, I'll keep going with the accent, but even I keep changing it. It keeps, like, changing, and I can't pick one. Sorry to every English, Scottish, and Irish person out there. I've blended all of your accents together, and I've butchered it. And I'm not even trying to do an accent, and I'm doing bad at not trying. Oh, well. Because that only meant suitors kept going after Lucy, and she kept her eyes in a chalice to scare them away.
Oh, I'm pretty sure I can handle whatever it is.
Saint Lucy, help me. Help me turn away from sin. Help me with my own
My
blindness.
place isn't too far from here. I won't take care of you if it ends up being too much for you. And no one will be able to hear you if you try to scream. You sure you want to go down that road, pretty boy?
Wouldn't have it any other way.
The best thing about having my condo so close to the pub is the ease of access. As long as I can still stand and walk, I'll make it home. I really hope she doesn't actually fuck Luke. That would be disappointing. Marianne went to the Crawl Bar, also known as the Galway Shaw by its patrons, for a night out with her close friends Cam and Haruna. When they left, Marianne was seen with a stranger whom she only referred to as Whiskey. In turn, she was called Mint. Maybe I need help from a kind neighbor or two to help me with the last leg if I've ever gone overboard on the alcohol. But I always made it home. Sometimes with company. Of course, that always comes with complications, especially with the real clingy ones. But it isn't anything a good tip about stalkers that the building security can't fix. I'm always nervous, though, even if this isn't the first time I've done this. Yeah, I'm definitely not doing an Irish accent anymore. That's okay, though. And the first few minutes when we went to my room, and the first few agonizing minutes where I tried not to panic. Okay, Mac, so far so good. Don't let him smell your fear under all that liquid courage. He'll leave sooner or later, and I'll never have to see him again, just like every other man before him. I like to say to myself that the men I brought to my place were more scared than I was, yet there's no fear when I look into Whiskey's eyes, only delight. When he starts touching me, I don't even hesitate when I push him against the door. Roughness is to be expected. And as long as he sticks to the script, everything will go smoothly. We'll have a little tumble in the sheets, he'll leave, we'll forget about it. If somebody asked what I really wanted, I would have told him that I wanted a bed of roses, chocolates, and music, maybe in an Irish castle. But all I really want is her, and that's never going to be a reality. That was my fault, of course, because I was afraid, because I was a coward. They would never hold a candle up to her, she was the light of my life, and I had let her go. Can't even be bothered at the thought of her. Just the single thought of her makes my resolve to see the affair through waver.
Wait.
What is it now?
Yes, what is it now? What's it gonna be, Marianne? To sex or not to sex? This is... I was gonna say nothing, never mind. No, we ain't fucking Luke. This is wrong.
We're both drunk.
Get out, bitch. Really? My relationship with Luke went up because of this? Marianne. Heyo.
And...
This is wrong. Don't you think it's a bit fucked up that we're about to have sex and we're just calling each other by the drinks that we had? How messed up are we?
Doll, shut up with the ethics and morality talk. It is seriously putting me out of the mood.
Fuck you, bitch.
If you want to leave now, Whiskey, I understand. I mean, with how smashed you are, it'd probably be best for you to sleep the night unless you want to be mugged. But I won't stop you. And this isn't going to happen.
Got
My
him.
hell.
Cog blocked. That's an achievement. That's wonderful. Of course, he's a no to me for putting off our next sexual congress. Yeah, I'm definitely doing English now. Just straight up English. But no means no. And beyond spewing a few profanities under his breath, he surprisingly simmers down soon enough. I was worried for a moment that he might try to force something. Instead, he makes a show of fixing his suit and smoothing down his hair before making himself comfortable on the nearest seat he could find.
What are you doing then? You have a guest in your home. Put the damn kettle on. Dandelion tea if you have it. But I suppose all you have are those shitty tea bags from the store.
If it isn't for the absurdity of this turn of events, I would have flipped him off for thinking I have no taste. But in the end, I just laugh. All I got are cans of Korean ginseng and lemon balm, though. No dandelion. Without a second thought, I do wet the tea. That's 3 minutes to get the kettle to boil. 3 minutes where we will say nothing to each other. I mean, what do you even say to the guy I was going to sleep with until I changed my mind? I doubt he's in the mood to talk about the influence of choice on Mallory. It's still unusual by the time we're both seated on my bed with mugs of tea
Just so
in my
you
hand.
know, whatever is going on right now is a lot stranger and fucked up than the one night stand.
We are two messed up individuals by your logic.
Everything is messed up, if you ask me. War, terrorism, famine, poverty, loved ones and loved lost. Oh,
Racist douchebags who treat her wives terribly and say terrible things to black men.
this whole world is a cesspool.
You're part of the problem. The dead air is telling when it fills the room once more. One would think that it is the perfect time to burst, to spill out whatever issues that made us the fucked up person that we are today. And it is. But I guess some part of me would rather not put the weight of my problems on somebody else's shoulders. It wouldn't be fair to leave that to a person when I don't know, even if we will ever see each other again. Sooner rather than later, we both pass out on my bed, mugs left forgotten on the floor. Okay, I think it's been 15 minutes. I kind of lost track of time. Someone tried to call me. It was a friggin' telemarketer. So, my time thing got messed up. So, thank you guys so much for watching. As always, feel free to like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you like. Tell me what you don't like. And I'll do the best I can to make it right. I'm Llama Joe, and I'll catch you guys later!